Okay. Yeah. All right. So today we will start with the visualizations. Yeah. So last session we had seen what all are the formatting options. Yeah. Today we'll go through the visualizations and we'll see what all and how we can use it. Okay. So let's take a default visualization. So I'll start with stacked column chart. Okay. I'll delete this. Let's take sales by product. Yeah. So this is what a stacked column chart would look like. Why it is called as column? When we have categories in this pattern, we call it as column. The opposite of column is the bar chart. Okay. So the difference between the two is that one is horizontal and the other is vertical. Yeah. So if you have an horizontal categories like this is called as the bar chart. Yeah. And this is the column chart. Okay. That's the basic difference between the two. Yeah. Okay. Now, why do we call it as stacked? Just yeah. So what is a stack chart? Right now, let's say that I need the further distribution of these categories. Yeah. So I have a total of sales for each of the product, right? Now, what if I need a further distribution of this total sales? Let's say I have some discount bands. If I add it to Legend, yeah, this is what it does. So it distributes the total of sales by the discount bands. What all discount bands do I have? High, low, medium, and none. Yeah, let me open it in focus mode. If you see here, the same total that was there is now distributed between the four subcategories. Okay, so whenever you have to further distribute something and then show the value, you can use the stacked or the clustered column chart, and you have to configure that sub distribution or the further distribution by adding a dimension into the legend section. Yeah, same I will do it here as well. Okay, so why it is called as stacked? If you see, all the four categories are adding one onto the other. Yeah, so there are four categories summed up together. It is placed one above the other. That is why it is called as stacked. Okay, now both of them. So I'm just doing Control C, Control V. Okay, now I will change this to clustered column chart and I'll change this to clustered bar chart. Okay, so what is the difference between the two? If you see, stacked means one above the other, clustered means one besides the other. Okay, so you can see here that is each of the category is now an individual bar. Yeah, individual category, right? Yeah. So you have oranges for medium, dark blue is for low, high has the light blue color, none has this purple color or the violet color. Yeah, so when we have the categories one besides the other represented like this, it is called as clustered and this is called as stacked. Yeah, now let's notice one major difference between the two. Yeah, so if you see the scale, yeah, here in the stacked it is going about 30 million, but in the clustered it is hardly going about 10 million. Yeah. Can you tell me why there is a difference between the two, even though the data, the columns that we have used is the same for all?
Because of that is a cluster and beside one column, so beside another column, so 10 million plus 10 million like that, and there is the direct range 30 million in one
Correct.
bar chart.
Yeah. So here what is happening is each of the categories adding up. Here it is not getting added up, right? So that's the reason Why here you will see the difference between the access range. Yeah. Now, let's say I enable the data labels. Okay. Enable the data labels for both. Yeah. Now, what used to happen is earlier, like a year before, the report viewers used to request that can we get a total value on top of it, of each of the categories. Yeah. So earlier it was not available. A year before they have updated it. Yeah. So we now have the total label option. You can just enable it. Yeah. So remember, total label is only and only available for the stacked version of the charts. Yeah. It is not available for the column. Yeah. Why? Because here it doesn't make sense, because already we are using it individually. Okay. Yeah. So that is one difference between the two. Yeah. All right. So this was about the first 4 charts. Yeah. Let's go to the next one. Okay. Now, if you see, everything has faded away because I selected something here. Yeah. So as all the data, all the visuals that we are using is coming from the same table, it has an interaction. When I say interaction, that means whenever you select something, it would filter the other visuals. Okay. All right. Now the fifth one is 100% stacked bar chart. Right? I'll enable labels for this as well. Now, what is 100%? Yeah. If you see, this chart and this chart are using the same fields. If you see product discount band sales, product discount band sales, no filter being applied. No, here, no filter being applied. Yeah. So why there's a difference between this? Because here the each of the product is scaled to 100%, 0 to 100%. If you see, it is scaled to 100%, each one of it. Why? Because the distribution within, yeah, the distribution of the discount bands within the product, yeah, within the total of sales for an individual product is what will make up to 100%. Yeah. So if you want to show something related to percent distribution, then you go ahead and create a instead of create, we can say we can use 100% stacked bar chart or 100% stacked column chart. Yeah, I can use it like this. Okay. Clear till here? Yeah. Any queries for 100% or any of the charts that we have discussed till now?
Sir, that discount band high, low, medium, and where this get we have filter anything or automatically that was present there populated that
No, we are
discount band.
using the discount band field now. So it
Yes.
has the distinct values as high, low, medium, and
Okay,
high.
okay. So by
So for
default, if we select discount band, then that will
yeah, so
populate.
right, whatever field you will configure in the legend, it would distribute. Yeah, for example, I don't have anything, so it will say 100% for each. If I say, let's say segment, yeah, so it will now show for each of the segments different percent distribution.
Okay, okay, got it. Thank you.
Okay. Now, so this was about the first row. Now let's come to line chart. Okay. Before we go there, why do we use these kind of charts? Yeah. So whenever there is a percentage distribution, as I said, you will use the 100% charts. Yeah. For the rest, like whenever you are showing something by products or some categories, subcategories, yeah, and you have less than 5 or less than 7 distinct products, yeah, or let's say around figure let's say less than 10 distinct values, yeah, 10 distinct products you have, yeah. So if it is less than 10, go ahead with the column chart. If it is more than 10 distinct products that you have, bar chart would be the best. Why? Because having a horizontal scroll will not look better. Yeah. So having a vertical scroll would be good. For example, if I have like this, yeah, so I can just scroll, right? Always having this kind of a scroll is good, right? But if you have this kind of a scroll, it becomes a bit difficult to scroll from here, right? So whenever you have more than 10 distinct products or 10 distinct categories, go ahead with the bar chart wherein, because what will happen is the difference between each of the products would be easily visible. Yeah, or the categories would be easily visible. Okay. If you have longer names as well, go ahead with the bar chart. Why? Because even if you increase the space, let's say you increase the space till here, yeah, from the x-axis. So this much space you get to display the complete name, and the rest you will have it for to show the categories. Okay, so that's how you decide between the column or the bar chart. Okay, and stack and cluster, it's our choice. Wherever you are comfortable to show it in stacked, like if the charts are visible easily in the stacked version, show it there. If it is easily visible in the clustered, and this is how it is required by them, by the report viewers, then go ahead with cluster. Okay. All right, let's come to the line chart. Yeah. Now the three next charts that we are going to discuss is all related to trends. Yeah. So mostly like 70 to 80% of the time we use a date dimension in this visualization. Yeah. So while using the date dimension, we have to take care of a lot of things, right? Let's say I need to analyze the total of units sold. Yeah. So total of units sold by date. Okay. So if you see here, as soon as I select a date, right? As I said, Power BI creates a date hierarchy, correct? So for this date hierarchy, what happens is it will have the distribution, right? Now, how would it have the distribution is that you will see year separately, quarter, then month, and then the day, right? So you will have the first level, which is here, that would be visible here, right? So you need to configure. If you need the complete dates, you can simply go ahead here, right click on this and say date. Yeah, so whatever the field name would be, it would appear here. And the last option would be date hierarchy. So you can select between the two as you need. Yeah, so if I need the normal dates, I can just select like this date. Yeah, and I will get the results here. Okay, but what if I need to go ahead with the date hierarchy? Yeah, so let's change it to date hierarchy. Yeah, so let's say date hierarchy is there. Yeah, now in the date hierarchy, what happens is you will see the first level as year. Yeah, so what is year? You can show the total of the values against years. So the year comparison, you can do it. Yeah. So your comparison would be available here. But now let's say I need to show the details, show the units sold, the total units sold by quarters. Yeah. So how will I go to the quarters? Yeah. I have this 4 drill down icons built. Yeah. Now for the other visualizations, we didn't have this. Yeah. Why? It always appears, the drill down icons would only appear when you have a hierarchy built in the axis. Yeah. So in your x-axis, if you have more than one dimension, yeah, you will have the drill down icons enabled. Yeah. So before we explore this, let's go through each of the icons of the drill down set, what is there and how we can use it. Okay. So the first one is drill up, and that is disabled currently. Why it is disabled? Because we are at the very first level here. Yeah, so above here we don't have anything else. Yeah, so that's why you can see the drill up icon being enabled. Yeah. Okay. So if I go to the next level, that is if I am at the quarter level, then only the drill up icon would be enabled. Yeah. So right now it is disabled. So let's go to the next one, which says click to turn on drill down. What will this icon do is if you enable it, you won't see any change in the visualization. But after enabling it, if you click on a pointer like this, it will go to the next level, which is quarter. If you click on any one, again, it will then go to the month level. Yeah, we don't need day, so I'll just remove it. Why we don't need day is because we have monthly data. Okay. So when you want to view the lowest level, you will go on clicking on a pointer and it would go down as you do so. Right. Okay. Now, how I come up? Now I will use the drill up icon. I come to the first level. I want to go to the second level. I just click on this pointer. Yeah. When will this work? When you have enabled this drill down icon. If you don't enable this and then click on the pointer, it will do nothing. It will just select that pointer. Yeah. Understood the first two icons, everyone?
Yes, sir.
Yes.
Okay. Now
Is
the
there
third. Yeah, go ahead.
is there any option like weekly data, weekly basis, 7 days? Can we select that date range, high variance?
Yeah, we can. I'll show you when we are going through the slicers topic. Okay. In the
Okay.
slicers topic, we can do that.
Okay, thank you.
Okay. All right. So let's say that let's go to the third icon, which is next level, which will take you to the next level. The first level won't be affected at all. Yeah. So right now you are saying year. So instead of year, you can see quarter, all the quarters for all the years. For that, you can see go to next level. Yeah. Don't use this without understand the logic because it would give you the incorrect numbers. Why incorrect numbers? I'll tell you. Now, if you see here, quarter one, quarter two has very low values as compared to quarter three, quarter four. Why it is that so? Because quarter three, quarter four has the total of both the years, 2013 and 2014. Yeah, I'll show you. For 2013, you have two quarters. Yeah, third quarter and fourth quarter. Okay. So what is happening is when you say go to next level, what happens? It will not filter anything, but it will go down to the next level directly. Okay, that is what it happens. So when it goes down to the next level without filtering anything, that means it will have all the years that was there. So it will not filter anything specific. Okay. So, all right. So that was go to the next level. Right now, after go to next level, we have the most important one, which is expand all one level in the hierarchy. So when I say expand, what will happen is all the years would expand to the next level. Then from that, the next level. Yeah, like that. So on it would go ahead. Okay. So how do we do that? We will click on this. It will go to the quarter level. You click on this again, it will go to the month level. Yeah. So this is how you can use the dates in a visualization with the hierarchy. Okay. Now, let's say I will go up. Yeah. This is the default level when we have the hierarchies built. Yeah. So if you have more than one dimension, we call it as an hierarchy. Yeah. So in your x-axis, if you have more than one dimension, you will see the drill down icons there. Okay. All right. So this was about the drill down icons. Now, let's say that you are at the second level. Yeah. So I would be able to see the quarter names, but it is only giving the first month of each quarter, right? that is not correct. Yeah. So I need the actual quarter names. How can I get this? Yeah. What you need to do is go to the formatting options, x-axis, change the type to categorical, and you will be able to see the quarter names. Yeah. But if you notice, the quarter names are visible with the year name. Yeah. If you want to get rid of year name and you just want what you are at, yeah, you can disable the concatenate label. So remember, I told you that we will learn what is the concatenate labels when we go to the drill down of the hierarchy. So if you turn this off, you will see it like this. Yeah. So for 2013, what all quarters are there? 2014, what all quarters are there? If you go to next level again, you'll be able to see the months, quarters, and then the year. Yeah. So this is how it works. Yeah. So concatenate labels is nothing but it combines the first level, second level, third level, whatever level you are at. So from the first level, it goes on combining the categories and then give you the results. OK, so if you want to have a hierarchy kind of a label built in, then you can disable the concatenate label so that it will not combine the values. OK. Yeah. Clear till here how we get this? Yeah. Now let's say that I don't have the hierarchy. I just need the normal dates, right? Now for the normal dates, if I say continuous, you'll be able to see the all the you'll not be able to see the continuous months. Yeah. So if you need the continuous months, when I say continuous months, if you see, I have continuous months like September 2013, then I have October 2013, but the label is not visible. Yeah. To make this label visible, you change the type to categorical and it would be visible. Yeah. Now, if you see here, the format, right? It is giving me the complete date with the day. Yeah. Which I don't need. Yeah. What I need is I need only the month and the year. Yeah. So how can I get month and the year here in this case? Yeah. Let me show you that. So that is the part of formatting. How we do formatting is you can click on the date column. OK, don't click on the top. Don't click on the checkbox, but just click on date field. Once you click on this date field, you have the format here. Yeah. Click on it and you can add the month and this is the format that I need. Yeah. So the first three characters of the month and 2 characters of the year. Yeah. This is what I need to have. Yeah. So let's enter and the format is there. That's what you are able to see here. Yeah. So if you want to change the format of a field, what you do is you select the column and then apply the format here. Yeah. So for this format, I wanted the short month name, the 3 characters and the 2 characters of year. Yeah. You also have the predefined formats from which you can also select. OK, but the format that I wanted was this month and the year. Yeah. So I used that. Yeah. So now it is visible correctly. OK, let me pause here. Go ahead, build the same kind of visualization with the same format that I have. Yeah. Let's see if we are able to do so or we get any issues. OK. All right, let's go ahead, do it. Let me know if you're facing any issues anyway. OK. Okay, done everyone?
Sir, how we can set that label format that down September 13th, October 13th?
Yeah.
That
So as I said, you need to click on the column. Yeah.
okay.
So come to the field section, click on this column. Column tools would be enabled. Go to the format section and mention it the same. If you need the full month, you will mention one more M. Yeah. So M is for year, M is for month, and Y is for year. Yeah. So make sure you mention in all in the lowercase. If you mention something in uppercase, then that character would appear as uppercase M, and then you will have the month and the year. Yeah. So you have to click on the column to get this format.
Sorry, sir. Let me share my screen for 2 minutes.
Yeah, sure.
It's look like this. Actually, I want that same like that you are presenting that.
Yeah. So for these, what you need to do is go to the X-axis formatting options.
Okay.
No,
This one.
format. On the top, you have that painter kind of an icon. Second icon. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah. X-axis, expand that.
Okay.
Yeah. Change it to categorical.
Oh. Okay. Yeah.
So now you have the correct results.
Okay. Okay. Thank you, sir.
Yeah. All right. Done, everyone.
Sir, can you share it quickly? Hello.
Assume.
Hello.
Yeah. Tell me, Sanket.
Sir, just a minute. I formatted this to, but still it's.
Yeah. I'll tell you why. Because you are using a date hierarchy. Right?
Okay.
If you
Yeah.
change to normal date, then you will be able to see the correct values.
Okay. So I need to remove year and month as well, right?
Year
Or,
and month. Yeah. No. Just right click on the date field.
okay. Got it.
Yeah.
Got it. Got it. Thank you, sir.
Okay.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah. So just select the second last option and you will
Yeah.
get.
Yeah. Yeah. Yes. Done, sir.
Okay. Anyone else having any issues?
No, sir.
Okay. All right. So let's continue. Yeah, so that was about the line chart. Now, let's say I can also do the comparison between two different measures in a line chart. Yeah, when I say comparison, let's say that I have this unit sold, which is in thousands, right? Now I have sales, which is in millions, right? So two different measures, but the range is different, correct? Yeah, the range is different. So when you happen to compare two different values, which has two different ranges, what you can do, you can use the secondary values option. So let's say I will use units sold here. Yeah. What happens with this is that if you have two different measures with two different range, and then even after that, you need to compare the values like this, then you can use the secondary value section in a visualization. Okay. Yeah. Yeah. That is what secondary values is. Now, secondary values is mostly available in this row of the charts. Yeah, so here you cannot have multiple values plus the legends. Yeah, you can have only either. Like you can have the legends or you can have two measures. Okay, so that's the difference between that. Okay. All right. So that was about the line chart. There is another one similar to it, which is called as area chart. So what is area chart? Area chart is nothing but the same thing, but you will have the below area, below the line, shaded with the same color. Okay. Yeah. So that is what area chart is. There is no other difference. Line chart and area chart, it's the same representation. Okay. All right. Now, let's go to the next one, which is stacked area chart. Now, what is stacked area chart? Let me tell you the difference. Let's say this is the area chart and I have the discount band as the legend. Yeah. So when I have the discount band as the legend, you will see that all is like one besides the other. So all are clubbed into the same axis. Yeah. The same way that we had clustered and stacked, the same we have in the area charts. Yeah. So if you don't have if you are using the normal area chart, it is combined together. Yeah, so it has the common axis. Each of the discount band would share the common axis. But if you have a stacked area chart, which is this, yeah, and you use discount band, what will happen? It will be placed one above the other. Yeah, so we are aware of stacked chart already. Yeah, so that is what we will be able to see or use. Okay. Yeah, that's the only difference between the two. Okay. And if you see here, for the stacked version, you don't have the secondary values. If you remove this, still you won't have the secondary value option. Okay. Yeah. Clear till here? The three charts, right? Let's go to the next set of charts, which is, I'll copy this one. The combination of charts. Yeah, so line and stacked column chart. That means the stacked column chart plus this line is what the combination is. Okay, that is what stacked chart is. Yeah. Now, line and stacked column chart is. Okay, so let's take, I have the date and I have the sales. I will use discount band here. Now, when I have this stacked column chart, and I also want to compare this with the line, the unit sold, for example. So what I can do is I can use unit sold in line. Yeah. So two different things with two different ranges, I can use it like this. Yeah. So everything would be there in the stacked column chart, and the line values would have the units. So like this, I can compare between the two. Okay. Yeah. That's what line chart is. Line and stacked column chart is. Yeah. Similar to the line and stacked column chart, you just have the other version, which is line and clustered column chart. Yeah. So it's line or cluster, you will be able to see. Okay. Yeah, this is called as, in short, you are called as, this is called as the combo charts. Okay. Now, after the combo charts, we have the ribbon chart. Now, this is a very interesting ribbon chart. Yeah, this is a very interesting visual, which you may not have seen in any other reporting tools. Yeah. So let's say I use the ribbon chart here. Now, if you see, it has totally a different representation. Yeah. And this visualization is fully functional when you have a legend configured. If you don't have a legend configured, it will look like a normal column chart. Yeah. All right. So let's take the discount band here. Now let's see why we call it as ribbon chart and what is the use of it. Yeah. Now, if you see here, the dark portioned areas are the actual values. Yeah. So why do we have the shaded areas which connects all the bars? Yeah. What happens is if you want to compare between the current month and the previous month and see what is the difference, you can just hover your mouse here and it would give you the percentage difference, the sales change, what was the previous month value, what was the current month value, and what is the percentage difference. Yeah, that it would tell you. So whenever you have to find out or whenever you have to do a comparison between current and previous, yeah, or month by month comparison, and you want to find out the percentage distribution, you can do it by using the ribbon chart. Yeah. So the shaded area gives you a picture of how much it has increased or decreased. Yeah. So if you see here, let's take the discount band high. Yeah. So if you take the discount band high, what is happening is from November to December, it has decreased. Yeah. By just looking at it, we come to know it has decreased, but how much it has decreased? It is less for 50%. That means it has reduced by 49%. Yeah. If you look at the comparison between December and January, it has now increased. That is 50% increase. Okay. Yeah. So like this, if you want to compare between the 2 months or all the months, if you want that comparison to happen, then you go ahead and use the ribbon chart. Okay. Now in ribbon chart, you have some additional formatting options, which is if you go here, you have this ribbon section. Yeah. In the ribbon section, you have spacing. Yeah. If you increase the spacing, what will happen? All the categories can be segregated separately. Yeah. If you don't want to match the colors, that means from high to low, low to high, you are going, and then you you don't want to have the same color shading that the actual bars has, you can make it like this. Everything will go green. Yeah. You can increase or decrease the transparency. Yeah. Even like this, let's say increase it to 75%. This is how you can see it. Any question for this? Any questions for this visualization? Ribbon chart? Okay, any questions for this?
No, sir.
Okay. All right, so let's go to the next visualization, which is similar to the ribbon chart called as waterfall chart. Yeah, a waterfall chart are mostly used in the financials domain. Yeah. Okay, so let's say I have the date field like this. I have discounts, let's say. Yeah, and now I would further distribute it. That is, the breakdown would be by discount band. Again, this would give you. Okay, so this would give you the comparison again, similar to the ribbon chart, but here the difference is calculated as increase and decrease. Yeah, so here you'll have to go ahead and see if you can if the sales change is in positive or negative. Yeah, but if you look at the waterfall chart, green and red easily tells you whether it is increased or decreased. Yeah. Okay. All right. Any questions for this? Let me explain it to you how it looks like. Okay. Yeah. So how it looks like is that if you see the blue color bars are the total. Yeah. So the blue color bars are the total, and the green that you see is for the increase, and the red that you see is decrease. So how do you determine that it is decreasing or increasing? So this increase is the difference between October and November. That means it compares in the front. So it goes upwards, yeah, not the backwards. When I say like this, so if you see in the ribbon chart here, this one is comparing the previous versus the current. Yeah. Okay. So the difference between the two is that ribbon chart has the comparison between previous and the current. Yeah, and your waterfall chart, it compares between the current and the next. Yeah. Okay. Yeah. So the difference, as I said here, previous and next is compared, and in the waterfall chart, the current and the next is compared. So that is why it shows for the September 2013, we don't have anything in the back. Yeah. We have the September and October comparison, and in that comparison, everything is increasing, right? Now, if you compare October and November, it is increase, and then there's a decrease. Yeah. Okay. Yeah. So when you see that this is decreasing, that means compared from November to December, this red one. Okay. So medium for the discount band medium, November month's discount was 157352, and now that has decreased to 108189 in the December. That's why you see this much decrease. So higher the decrease, higher would be the height of that bar. Yeah, lower lower the increase value, lower would be the number here. Okay. Yeah. Understood this? Understood the waterfall chart, everyone?
Yes.
Now, the last chart for today is the funnel chart. Yeah. Again, now if you see these three, the ribbon chart, waterfall, and the funnel chart, it's the comparison charts. Yeah, it is used for comparisons. Right. Okay. It is used for comparison. How we will use it? Let's see. So now here, if you see, I'm comparing the total of units sold within the products. Okay. So when I say within the products, what is happening is that the highest crossing or highest unit sold product would be scaled as 100, and the lowest would be whatever the percentage would be, that would be the scale here. And then between would be the comparison. Okay. So when I say comparison, what happens is you will have the products listed like this, and the total values would be there. Yeah. And then it starts comparing like the last 5. Yeah. It is now getting compared with the maximum of the product. So the maximum product is Paseo, which has 274,000 units sold. So that is 100%. If you hover your mouse to VTT, now you will see that it is being compared to first. So as compared to first, you have as compared to first, you have 52%, right? The product VTT, its units sold is around 52% as compared to the passive. Yeah. If you come to the third, again, this would be compared with VTT. So that's why it says percent of first, which is being compared with Paseo, that is 49%. And if it is compared with the previous, it gives you 95% of the values. Yeah. Okay, so this is how it is done, right? So funnel chart can be used when you have to compare values within. Okay, so if you have to compare the values within the same dimension, like you have to compare the products between each other and find out the percentage distribution as well, then you go ahead with the funnel chart. Yeah, there is an upgraded version of funnel chart called as the tornado chart, which is available from the custom visuals, which is mostly used in the cricket scores. Yeah. So if you see, they show us the partnership bars, right? So portion of it is for the batsman 1 and portion of it is for the batsman 2. Yeah. So that is called as funnel or the tornado chart. Okay. In general. Yeah. So if you want the upgraded version of it, in which you can do the distribution comparison between the two categories, then you can use the tornado chart. Okay, we'll learn about custom visuals in a future session. Okay, so this was about the funnel chart. Let's stop here for today. On Monday, we will continue from the scatter chart. Scatter chart is an interesting and a chart which has some animations. Yeah, so that would be useful. Okay, so we will learn how to use this and then continue from there in our next session. Okay, so let's stop here for today. Any questions, anyone? for today's topics? No questions? Okay. All right then. So let's stop here for today. We'll connect on Monday, same time. Yeah. And then from there we will continue.
Hello, sir.
Yeah. Tell me.
Actually, I'm trying to be login with that same mail ID, username, password you have provided, but the message are coming. It's not registered with us, sir.
Can you share your screen? Let's see.
Yeah, just a minute. Can you see me?
No, I cannot see the screen yet.
Let me share. Now?
Yeah.
Okay, so PATC batch 38 at the rate TSS in dot O.
No, it's not in. TSS LN.
TSS
LN.
LN. Okay.
LL. Let me type that for you.
That's why I think.
SLN. Yeah.
Okay. Okay. Okay, now it's working.
Yeah. Enter the password.
But 1, 2, 3. On your phone.
Okay, it's giving you the authenticator.
Hmm.
Okay, let me remove the authenticator option from the ID. I'll update you on the group today. Okay.
Okay, sir. Thank you.
Yeah. All right then. Anything else, anyone? No? All right. Okay. Thank you, everyone. Let's connect next week. Yeah. Thank you.